Good morning. Welcome to Daily Justine Live. I'm like a minute late today. I'm sorry, and it's because I just knocked everything over. I was distracted reading this crap, and then I was setting this up, and I knocked everything over. So that's cool. I'm glad my phone still works because that'd be bad. Sorry, I have like notes and stuff here that I dropped. I'm really just not good at this type of stuff. So, anyway, I hope you guys are having a day. I don't know what it is today, Tuesday the 15th, September 15th. Not much going on today. Well, actually, I don't know. I haven't even looked at like the markets or anything because nothing's going to happen until the Fed meets next week. Nothing. Nothing, because that's all that matters. Is the Fed going to raise interest rates? Blah, blah. So stupid. You know, I was watching the news earlier, and I was interested because there was a Harvard business professor on, and they were talking about, you think it'd be a good opportunity for the anchors to ask him questions about his thoughts on policy. No. What happened this morning was that a bunch of data came out, like data about our economy. A bunch of data came out, and instead of talking about the data and like policy or ways that, because the data was all really bad. So instead of discussing that, like, oh, what can we do about that? The discussion was, oh, does this mean the Fed is going to raise rates next week? I'm just so. Anyway, so I was a little discombobulated. Then I heard something about, then I was looking stuff up about the debt ceiling, which I talked about my very first broadcast. I just wanted to talk about how nobody's talking about the debt ceiling and how it's, we're hitting the ceiling again in March. Like in the very beginning of the next presidency. Whoever is president, they're going to have to deal with this. And I was talking about how it's weird that nobody's talking about it. Nobody's like, oh, this is what I'm going to do about the debt. Nobody, like, Clinton's not talking about it. Trump's not, like, nobody's talking about it. And it's an actual issue. So, I don't know. It's just dumb because this is what I want today's broadcast to be about. Today's broadcast, you know what I want to talk about? How I can't trust nothing or nobody when it comes to like our leaders or the people that are supposed to be in charge or whatever. It's like, but they don't care. They care about themselves. They care about being elected. They care about putting on a show. They care about looking good or whatever. But they don't. Nobody's talking about this stuff, and this is the stuff that matters. You know, why don't we talk about the fact that this debt ceiling thing is even a thing every year or something? And you know, I read things like this Politico article, and it's like, oh, it's because Republicans make it a big deal every year, and it's like, well, why don't we talk about how our debt is unpayable and it'll never be payable, and why don't we address that? And I don't know, it's just really annoying to me when arguments get emotional and nobody talks about the issues, because in my opinion, and this is what the Harvard professor was getting at, and this is why I guess the conversation went nowhere. He was pointing out that it's going to require compromise. It's going to, you know, any issues requires this side listening to this side, and this side's got to listen to this side, and they got to do something called compromise. That's, you know, I know, and it doesn't happen. There's no compromising the way that things are now, and it's frustrating because then problems don't get addressed in any capacity, because it's like, oh, this is a problem, oh, well, you're racist, and it just goes nowhere. Let's talk about the issues. Okay, sorry. I do have a point. That was just a rant, because it's like, how many times is this going to be a problem? Every year? I guess so. Because it just doesn't get addressed. Because it's, you know why it doesn't get addressed? It's because it's hard. It's because these things are gonna, like, you need to go through line by line um, the issue. And it's gonna require compromise, and it's gonna require something other than, um, I don't know, it's like something other than a sweeping, a sweeping solution. What's that word I'm looking for? It's gonna require work. Like, it's not like one big sweeping thing is gonna fix everything. Okay. I don't know what to trust. And I was having last night I had a I was having a breakdown last night. Not a breakdown, but I was like, I can't trust nothing or nobody because I'm, you guys know, I'm sure you know all about this hashtag Hillary's Health thing, and like um how she was leaving a 9/11 memorial and she collapsed, and uh it was a conspiracy. It was odd because um we found out about it because it broke through alternative media. Then weirdly, that video was censored for like a day or so, and any video that had that footage in it was taken down. And then, um, so that's just odd to begin with. It's just odd, you know. That's all I'm saying is that it's like what, it's just the way it was handled was odd, because if there's an actual health issue, then what's the, you know, I don't know. Who cares? So it's just the way it was handled, it was odd. So I can't. I also really don't like censorship. So that that's another thing I can't trust. And then I was watching the video, the footage, the recorded phone footage of her falling last night, and I was looking at it and I was thinking, damn, this looks hella staged. Because how come, first of all, that camera that it was being recorded from was pretty high quality. I mean, for a cell phone or whatever, that's like better quality than what I'm using here today. So it's like, it was really high quality. There's Secret Service surrounding Hillary Clinton, yet nobody cares about the person standing there with a phone recording. And I don't know, the whole thing with her shoe, it just all seemed very staged. And I don't know, I don't trust nothing. You know, I don't trust, so, and this was after I was, I'm like investigating just the revolving door between, um, Fed members, like the Fed, the Federal Reserve, and government, about how Fed Governor Brainerd is likely to be tapped for um, Treasury Secretary in a Clinton administration, and it's like, why? Why don't we? So it's like I can't like, who's running things? What is this? You know, I was watching another thing that was like, it was Russia TV propaganda saying that Trump has to watch his back because Putin might kill him, and it's like, but this is like state. This is like propaganda TV. How do I know that our TV isn't like that? I don't know. I just can't. And then I get overwhelmed, and then I start looking at videos of puppies, because even though I like being informed, or I consider myself an informed person, but I don't trust anything. I'm sorry, but that footage of her falling to me looked very staged, and the whole thing was weird. And now it's like nobody's talking about it, and it's like, what even was that whole thing? Hillary just put out a note, or a doctor's note, saying her health is fine, which, you know, whatever's going on with her health, it's probably, like, that's not the deal. What the deal is to me is the weird cover up or whatever. It's like, I can't trust nothing. I'm sorry, but that video was staged looking. Do you guys agree? What time is it? It's a little early for me to start looking at the chat, but I think I hit all my points I wanted to make today. I'm just curious if you guys might agree that that shit's staged. You watched it yesterday and thought JP might like and understand it. You thought it was an actress. Yeah. I mean, the whole thing. And I feel like, yeah, it seemed like an actress. It seemed like the whole thing was fake. The whole thing is like, wait, who am I even voting for? What is this? What? I don't understand. It's all like a joke, and that's why I like watch and I tweet things of puppies, because I don't know what is anything, and I don't trust nothing. Do you reckon it was staged so she could prove she's fine? I have no idea. It was clearly staged though, and that's the thing. It's like, whatever the issue is, just come out with the issue. I'm sure it can be talked about. You know, or is she just like, wanting a doctor's note? Like, because she's been sick during other difficult times in her career, and it's like, what? I don't know. Just say what it is. You know, don't sneak around and put out these obviously staged videos. And yeah, I mean, I thought it was clearly an actress too, or like a not even that good of an actress. Staged for what reason? I don't know. I've actually made, like I was saying, maybe it's so she can avoid criticism. I know, even using myself as an example, I feel like it's harder to criticize or be hard on the disabled person. Maybe it's like the campaign's getting to be too much, and it's like an out, because she does have a lot of problems right now, like legal things going on. So maybe she's trying to, I don't know. I have no idea why it would be staged. I think it's stupid, but to me it's obviously staged, and I kind of can't believe that anybody's believing it, but it's all over my YouTube. So, TV is almost all fake. Yeah, it's like a reality show. That's the thing. And it's almost like, it's like this presidential election is like, we elected the most famous people, you know, instead of, because nobody gives a crap about the issues. They're like, the default people won, and it's like default because they're the most famous. It's just really annoying. I don't know what to think about anything. I don't know why it was staged. Maybe to get her out of the debate. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, I feel like, I don't know. So let me look back at the chat. Your brother and some people think it's Parkinson's, but I haven't looked into it. Well, I mean, who knows what it is, because we're not doctors, and I can only guess. Based on the video, it looked like neurologic things, because her like lurching walking was very almost MS-y, and it doesn't matter though, because it's like, I'm not a doctor. Who cares? What I care about is this person's running for president. I care about the issues. Well, that's the thing. I actually I saw a video put out by Alex Jones about her taking a Parkinson, or her researching a Parkinson's medication, and they were talking about Provigil. So I left a comment and I said, that's not a Parkinson's drug. That's a stimulant used for a variety of purposes. You can't, it's like jumping to conclusions here. You know what I mean? That, you know, and I'm jumping to conclusions. I'm sitting here being like, that video's fake. But I'm sorry, that video was the fakest thing I've ever seen, and I can't believe anyone believes it. I mean, I do feel like if you focus on her legs, she was dragged into the car. I mean, I agree. It looked like exhaustion. It does, how she was in the video did seem like like I said, neurological problems. It's like how I would be if I was like tired or hot or stressed. I like with the like I said, the lurching walking and the um I just like I said, or at least maybe she really did have an incident. Who knows? But what was definitely, it's like they wanted this incident to be filmed. It was filmed from several angles somehow, and with high quality cameras, high quality phone cameras, that, you know, and it's not even like they must not have been recording that. It wasn't even that surreptitious because, you know, an iPhone, you're recording it. Let's say you don't want people to know you're recording. You have your phone like upright, vertical, and then the video's vertical. But now this video that was recorded was horizontal, so someone was holding it like this, clearly looking like a camera, like they're recording it, and it just wasn't. I thought it was fake, or um. So I feel like that's the thing. If she's having health issues, whatever, she's old. Um, you know, if you're 68, and let's say that she does have pneumonia, that is a big deal. You know, she could. You're that old, you get pneumonia. That sucks. You know, that's like what I think is weird. It's not that I don't care if she has Parkinson's or pneumonia or whatever, because look, like I said, I have a neurological disease. It's manageable. It doesn't mean anything. It's not like we've never had presidents that were in a wheelchair. I just feel like it's the whole stagedness, cover up. That's what I'm talking about. That's what's making me feel weird about it, because it makes me think that something else is going on, because her health problems themselves aren't that big of a deal. So what else is going on? Because clearly to me, her campaign wanted this to be recorded. They wanted it to be seen. Her campaign was out there uh, talking about, well, their name. So it's like she's giving him promotion before. It's like less people would know who Alex Jones even was. But her campaigns that was out there being talking about him and uh, how awful he is, and how he puts out material that's not official, that's conspiracy, that's a tinfoil hat. And you know what? They're talking about. It's almost like they wanted this footage to be seen, because and it was very clearly staged. The recording, to me, it was, and that's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is that I don't know what to trust or who to trust or what. And that's why I'm like puppies, because I'm honestly, this should be like a exciting time for me, because I've always liked politics. It's like presidential campaign season. It's the August of the campaign, and it's, you know, I don't know. I'm just annoyed because I don't know what's going on, and I don't know what to trust, and I don't know. I'm also very unhappy with the candidates, and just I'm unhappy about how each side is talking about the other side. I don't like seeing everybody being divided, because that solves nothing. The because the solutions to our problems will come from us coming together. So, and I also can't trust. Um, I don't trust this video of her falling. I don't trust. I don't know. I think I just need to yeah, puppies. Um, we've been lied to so much. We've gotten cynical. Maybe that's what it is. I don't like. I don't like it. Um, yeah, maybe that's what it is. The solution is so painful, it will never be fixed. And maybe that's what it is. I guess this is the position that we're in now, because unfortunately, like I said, a lot of our problems, I believe, are unsolvable. The debt is unpayable, and at that point, how do you explain that to people? How do you say to people, oh, by the way, the debt ceiling thing is a farce because there's no fixing anything, there's no paying back the debt, and there's no. And then at that point, I can't help but think. Actually, I can answer this question myself, but why don't we print money to for fun? Why don't we just, if we can print money to pay our debt, whatever, then why don't we just print money so everybody can go to college, so that everybody can have a house? Why don't we print and give money to people so they can everything they want to do? I mean, I know, if printed money came into the M2 money supply, would cause inflation. I don't want to, like, I can answer that, but how do you explain that to the American people? How do you say to them, oh, the debt's unpayable? This theater we put on TV talking about it is just that, theater. Bernie was robbed. A lot of people feel that way. I can tell you I wasn't, a lot of people, yeah, because nobody trusts nothing. That's the thing. Nobody trusts nothing. And that's a problem. M2 money supply, you're a badass econ geek. No, I need a life. That's what it is. But that's what it is. People, because I've looked into it. Like, okay, if we're printing this much money, how come bread isn't $20 for a loaf? So I looked into it, and it's because all the printed money is in, it's like in a vacuum right now. But if that money were to ever leak out, oh boy, if they were ever to give that money to you, then we're looking at $50 bread, I promise. Yeah, the age argument isn't valid, I agree, because, if there is an age argument, it's, I don't know, I haven't, because they're all old. Bernie, the age argument about Bernie was, if anybody made that argument, it's silly. If you have issues with Bernie Sanders, make it about the issues, not his age. We're looking at a clash of systems. We're on the losing end in terms of capitalism. That's what it's at, because I can't. Puppies. German Shepherd puppies. They're very cute. German Shepherd puppies look like little bears, like little teddy bears. They're so cute. This is what I have to, it's like my brain turns off after a certain point, because there's just, I could handle this stuff if we had leaders that were interested in anything else other than being popular and getting votes and looking good on TV, but I don't trust them, because I feel like they're like just TV, and I feel like this collapse getting into her ambulance van was TV, and it was recorded for us to see. So I'm just like, I don't know what to say anymore. I used to be really into this stuff, because it's not that I don't care. This is my issue. Actually, on 11 Memorial, she collapsed. It was a hot mess. Her catheter fell out. She, and what I'm saying is it was caught on tape. Someone recorded it, like, with their phone. But my point is, it's clearly staged. That recording was clearly staged. The Clinton administration has been so secretive about, the Clinton administration has been so secretive about her health, but then this video comes out and clearly they want everyone to see it. Yes, I've seen The Big Short. Actually, I read the book when it came out, I think 2010. Great movie, because it really did the book justice. Actually, I thought the movie was better than the book, because the movie, there was kind of characters, but in the book it wasn't really personal like that. They didn't really put characters to the story. So it was cool, because I feel like the movie was more personal. It made it more about people being involved in this, versus the book was more like a rant about the recklessness of traders during the time. And um, so the movie was cool because it what I like about the story is it's kind of like, see, it, when you look back on it, it's like there were a few people that knew that the housing market was going to collapse, and then sometime later it collapsed and they made a lot of money. It's easy to think of it that way, but the book, the movie, or more the movie is about that time span before that happened, because there was a period of time where where they're placing their bets, and they're not making, and they're losing money because they're wrong, and then one day they're right and they get the jackpot. But at that point, it was like, well, that sucks because now the housing market collapsed and the American economy is ruined. But yeah, it was a great book, great movie. I'll agree that the book was more detailed, but maybe the movie was more digestible. Pizza parties every Friday. I should have a pizza party tomorrow, a pizza party live stream, because this is, I don't know, I feel like this was not a happy stream, and that sucks because I'm in a good mood, I promise. I was looking at that footage and I'm like, this is the most staged thing I've ever seen. Why does she want us seeing this? So, well, oh, Varouche is getting deep. This is, okay, yeah, I'll agree. It's not like the collapse of the housing market was what destroyed the American economy. It was, what was destroyed was, I mean, there was an industry built around the housing bubble. That's what was destroyed. It's not like, okay, I gotta move on. Okay, um, what's my thought about the last statement in the movie implying that there might be another collapse? There, the thing with that is, oh God, I don't even know where to start with that. um, the Where do I even begin? It's inevitable, and the reason why it is inevitable, but it's one of those things. It's like, I don't know when. They keep pulling rabbits out of hats. The thing is, the reason why this interest rate stuff is a big deal, is it's not just like the Fed raises rates to 0.5% from 0.25, and that's the big deal. The big deal is the trajectory. The big deal is going from an environment where rates are going down to a rising rates environment. And we've been in an environment where rates have been going down steadily for decades now. So that's why this is a big deal. This whole rates thing, it's like, what, you know, accountants, money managers, this is the only environment they know. This is how they grew up, in an environment where rates are going down. And now we're facing a future where rates are going up, and nobody's certain what that's going to look like. I'm not certain what that's going to look like. I've been watching this. I've been afraid. I've been, like when quantitative easing and stuff started, I was like, damn, what's this going to look like if they ever were to raise rates? And now we're at a point where they're like, we're raising rates, we're going to raise rates, we're going to raise rates. So I guess, well, I'm about to find out, but it's like, I mean, it's inevitable. That's my answer. At some point, yes. Though I don't know what that's going to look like. And actually, if I have any opinion about it, it's not going to look like that. It's going to look like something else is going on. That's my only opinion. Maybe it'll be in the context of like a war or like a I see like a almost a civil war breaking out in America. The Fed can't raise rates to a reasonable level. Can't. It's impossible. Can never pay back debt. Well, you're right. It's. I hate to say it, but this is what I'm getting at. We can never pay back our debt, so it's like. But hilariously, there's like all this theater on TV about the debt, and it's like this is not. It's kind of like a. I don't know. It's never gonna happen. It can't happen. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about like we need like to completely revamp everything. The entire system needs an overhaul. We need new currency, everything, and it's difficult. This is what I'm getting at. But we're too busy pointing fingers at each other about stupid stuff. I did miss my calling. That's okay. No, I didn't miss my calling because here I am talking about it now for the masses. You know, the reason why I wanted to do this was I gotta stop doing this. But the reason why I wanted to do this entire stream was I wanted to talk about this stuff because nobody else is talking about it. And I needed to talk about it in a bipartisan manner. Because love will be our currency. Aww. You know, that's actually another issue I've been dealing with regarding this election is I like to consider myself a voter like what's most important to me is compassion. That sounds like such hippie tripe, I'm sorry, but you know neither one these candidates are not compassionate. There's actually no compassion on either side, and it's really sad to me. It's making me sad, and this is why I actually spend so much time looking at. I literally spend hours looking at puppies on YouTube because I'm just, or parrots, little parrots like conures. They're so cute, and that's like otherwise it's like I'm just this. I used to love this stuff. And yeah, that's that. You love that I talk about this stuff. It is real life stuff. Thank you so much. That means a lot because that means a lot to me. Even if you're like how many people? There's 19 people watching this. This isn't exactly, you know, maybe if you know what I should do to get more viewers? I should just do this naked. I can't. I'm too, I can't. No, but seriously, nobody cares about this stuff because it's boring. Wait, you were joking? Well, I try. Yeah, Romney Mitt is cool. He doesn't. What I love about Romney Mitt is I don't know. We talk about this stuff, but again in a bipartisan manner. I have no idea how Romney Mitt votes. And he has no idea how I vote, and we just talk about issues and how it can be fixed. And see, sometimes these things get talked about, but it goes right into blaming or complaining about Republicans, or blaming or complaining about liberals, or blaming or complaining about white patriarchy. I don't know. It just doesn't get addressed. Nothing. And it's all these distractions everywhere, and it's emotional, and it's, I know it's upsetting, this stuff, but it's not gonna help. We are humans. Naked will be distracting, but won't miss future vlogs. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll consider it. My next vlog, my next one might be bear. Just to get more people to watch. There's an eggplant emoji. That's what it is. I need to, just so that more people watch this, I need to be naked in the thumbnail or not have anything. And then in the title, I'll have an eggplant emoji. Then people would watch this, and that's sad. Because this stuff's important. Alright, this is done. Thank you for coming to my rambling stream today. I'll have a funny one tomorrow, I promise. I'm gonna make myself plan something fun and funny and not this. Because today it was just like I was upset because I was watching that Hillary collapse undercover video yesterday and it was fake. So yeah, thank you guys for wait. You love me, I'm great. Great is what I aim for. So sick of people blaming people who follow a certain party. Me too. I mean, I'd get off the partisan crap. Just get off your, I don't know, because I tell you what, this, alright, you guys know where I stand, how I stand, and where I stand is not on either side because that's not where any solutions are. Alright. Have a good day, and I will see you guys tomorrow, 10 a.m. Thank you. Bye-bye.